Hi, this is Daniel with Art Cyclery, and today I'm going to show you how to adjust a Shimano mechanical 10-speed road derailleur. The main adjustments are the upper limit, the lower limit, the cable tension, which is adjusted coarsely at the anchor and finely with this barrel adjuster. And the last adjustment here is the B tension screw. First we need to adjust the derailleur down into the small cog. Once we do that, we're going to turn the barrel adjuster all the way in so that we have room to adjust it after adjusting the cable position at the anchor. So now that we have that done, we're going to adjust the high limit screw, and that'll give us our starting point. So that's right here, and as we turn that screw in, you'll see that it moves the derailleur inboard. We turn it out, it moves the derailleur outboard. So what we want to do is we want to go for a position that's going to put that upper pulley right underneath this small cog and just barely outboard. And that'll give us our starting point. Then we loosen the cable anchor, pull the cable tight, then tighten that anchor back down. And then we can start playing with our index next. So we'll start shifting the derailleur, and you notice how it's not going. It's not shifting very good either way. So that means that we need to tighten up this barrel adjuster in order to get it to move cleanly. So that's going to adjust our index and where it's going to stop on each gear. So you can play around with that a little bit and kind of see where you want to go. A good starting point is to go into your fifth cog and then line up the derailleur underneath that cog, just visually. Now that we have the derailleur in this gear, we use our barrel adjuster to kind of fine-tune where the pulley lines up underneath the cog that we've selected. Now what we want to do with a Shimano derailleur is line up that cog just barely inboard of this cog. So right about there looks pretty good. Maybe we'll go another little detent there on the screw, and we'll play around with that, shift it a few times, see how that works. Had a little bit of hesitation there on that first one, but we'll play with it some more here. And so that's shifting pretty good. We'll go just one back, see if that works any better. And yeah, it's a little bit smoother. So we'll stop there and we have our index set. Now it's time to adjust our lower limit. So we'll shift the derailleur into the largest cog, and we want to have the derailleur line up underneath this cog, and turn the low limit screw here. And now I can feel we're against the limit already. You'll feel some resistance when you go to turn that in. And that's good because we don't want it to overshift at all. We want to make it impossible for the derailleur to shift into the spokes. So you can shift it down and shift it up and see if it is able to go into that gear smoothly without hearing any clicking. If it's clicking, it probably means that you have the screw in too far and it's having trouble staying in that cog and it's wanting to shift back down. So you can kind of play with that. Obviously, if it shifts into the spokes, you've gone way too far. Slam on the brakes if it does that and pull the chain back out and start playing with that adjustment again until you get it to go in there cleanly. And so it's pretty easy if you start off just lining it up as we did. You'll get it right almost every time right off the bat. The final step is to adjust this B tension screw here. That's going to adjust the angle on the derailleur relative to the cassette. So if we turn this screw in, it's going to pull the derailleur down. So if you have a larger cassette, you'll need to do that. Now, what we want to do is have it be as close as possible to the cassette without the derailleur kind of bouncing off that cog. Having it in there close is going to make the derailleur shift quicker, and it's also going to make your chain and cassette last longer. So you're probably going to need to play around with it just a little bit to check that adjustment and make sure that it goes into that large cog without, if it's in the wrong spot, you'll hear kind of a grinding noise as it shifts up into that large cog. So we've got it just right here. So that's how to adjust a Shimano mechanical road derailleur. If you have any questions, email us at info@artcyclery or just give us a call.